Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers on the ground last week for Hubbard: 12 carries, 77 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
First and 10 at the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up second and 2.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young working out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Panthers, nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Now he'll try to run with this. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Taken down at the 41.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Saints.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
Well, he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Now, if you're on the
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Young to throw it. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Young. Work in the middle of the the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Saints defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Young now from the 50. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Now again, it's Hubbard going left. Down to about the 45. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Young. That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, here's Matthew Wright for the Panther field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And his throw here is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Over the middle, complete. That's Riley. Tough spot here. Third down and 11.
2 yards. And it's third down.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Saints first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
First and goal.
Akers is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the Panthers' 4-yard line.
Kamara. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Shuck will throw on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17 to 3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he rifles one incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 11. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. A nice Nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He will push his way down to about the 14. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive, not much sense. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Powering forward. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The young keeps it moving right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's
2nd down and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is shot. And this throw is going to be incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Shuck now to throw. Olave over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brings up second.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. Young is set to throw. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Young. That's complete to the receiver fielder. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now here's Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw, Young. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down. A gain of 5. First down, Saints.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. This is caught. It's Cox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. And that's going to be incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Shuck. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 26-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 119 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard
Yeah,
line.
another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
But they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Shuck with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Groupie for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Saints 31.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. Young. This is caught by McMillan. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 6.
This 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Young now. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 41.
Young to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. play fake. He'll find McMillan here. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another.
It's Young off play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
First down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
At the 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Saints' 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
2nd down, it's Kamara again. Oh, what a move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 157 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
At the 9-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys.
Taysom Hill, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Panthers 13.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
For the Saints.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good.
Young to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air once more, Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Now Young. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's another Panthers first down.
Young will set to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Now he's loose at the 40. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
Rookie to kick off for the Saints.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
3 yards.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. Fighting through pressure. He's got his target. That's complete. Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10.
First and 10.
They run here with Dowdle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First down.
Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance.
Bryce Young A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers get a bit closer.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Panthers,
A 10-play drive that time. And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's been the focal point of this offense. And when you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably add that the offensive line play has also been stellar. And that's definitely been the case here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 242 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now shot. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. It's Hill, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
a gain of 14. And the Saints, first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Now 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Now here's Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Young to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. A victory here for New Orleans, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.